Good morning and welcome to the weekly workings here at the door. It's Dave Taylor, and I'm glad to be with you once again. We are just wanting to update you on what is going on in our community, what is going on in the door ministry, how many kids we're feeding, those kinds of things. On Friday, we had a record number of young people in Bellwood come and get hot meals and meal kits that we've put together with things that we've purchased and with donated supplies. And we're doing this 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. We're filling in on the days in between our public schools. I know there are other community resources out there, but we're doing what we can, and our numbers have only increased. To give you an example, in Bellwood, right now, we've given out 43 meal kits on Friday and the hot meals. We do that 5 days a week. That's going to cost us $1,300 a week. And to put it in perspective, we normally spend maybe $12,000 a year on food, and we're going through, between our two ministries, close to $3,000 a week in expenses just to feed the young people during the COVID crisis. Now, our givers have stepped up. Our suppliers are doing the best that they can. But even when we have money, purchasing supplies is difficult. And so we're going to be asking if you can go shopping and drop off some supplies, because they're limiting how many things we can buy. Even when we have the finances, we could sure use your help. In the town in Northeast, even more is going on up there with our takeout meals. 60 kids are getting these kits delivered by our staff on a weekly basis. That adds up to $1,500 a week. And so like I said, we're close to $3,000 a week in costs for our ministry. And we're glad to feed the kids. They're glad to see us. Last week in Bellwood, I went over to Surplus City. We bought 50 bandanas and gave those out to each of the young people, asking them to wear them when they come to pick up their food from the door. We're following social distancing guidelines. Our handout crew is masking up or bandanaing up, whatever we can do to try to keep everyone safe. But the biggest thing right now is we're feeding kids. And now we're into the second part of this crisis, or a later part. The paychecks that were due from the previous, before the shutdowns, have come in. The government help has not come in yet. Many people are waiting still to get their PIN numbers to apply for unemployment. And so, and those checks that the government talks about have not arrived yet for many people. And so what do? Now you're 3 or 4 weeks in and you haven't been paid. You don't know where you're going to get paid. Well, we're here. We're going to feed your kids as best we can. We're doing above and beyond. We're trying to get weekly food trucks from Walmart if we can get them, and get them unloaded and get that food out to people. And we are purchasing food where we have it, but we could sure use your help today. So I'm just going to end our update this morning by asking, could you help us? Right now, it's costing us about $28 a week per kid, times 100 kids. We're close to $3,000 a week in expenses. Could you feed one child? Would you make a donation of $30 this morning? Could you do that today? Could you help us feed these kids? You can go right online. We'll put that page back up. You can go right to thedoorkids.com. We'll receive your donation immediately and be able to use it. Or you can mail in your gift to The Door at Post Office Box 6, Bellwood, Pennsylvania 16617. And we don't discriminate who we feed or how. We just want that there is no hungry child in the midst of what is a crisis for our country. Thanks for helping us, and thank you for all that you've done. So many have given food and shared and sent in extra donations. This is an unprecedented need. It's an unprecedented crisis, and God bless you for any help that you can give.